A contractor for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is set to begin dredging Jekyll Creek, north of Downing Musgrove Causeway to the St. Simons Sound on March 18, 2019. Cottrell Contracting of Chesapeake, Virginia will remove about 200,000 cubic yards of sediment from the eastern 75 feet of the channel, which is part of the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway. Crews are slated to arrive on scene March 11th. The Corps and other groups have had long-standing navigational concerns over the Jekyll Creek portion of the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway. Jekyll Creek has not been dredged since 1998. The aim of this pilot project is to develop economically efficient and environmentally acceptable methods of managing dredged material. This $6 million federally funded project will bring the channel's depth to 10 feet and is expected to be completed April 27th. The removed sediment will be placed in 2 locations using new methods meant to keep Georgia's sediments in the coastal system and help keep marshes healthy. The first sediment placement location is north of Jekyll Creek in the St. Simons Sound, about 800 feet south of the St. Simons Pier. This location, commonly called the Deep Hole, is naturally deeper than surrounding areas in the Sound and is between 60 and 80 feet deep. For comparison, other areas in the channel are dredged to about 38 feet deep. About 97% of the dredged sediment will be placed in the Deep Hole, where tides naturally spread material. This sediment will be deposited by pipe near the bottom of the Deep Hole, about 5 feet from the seafloor. Commercial and recreational traffic through the Sound will not be impacted by the sediment placement. Scientists from the Jacksonville, Florida-based firm LG2 Environmental Solutions will monitor the movement of placed sediments for up to 2 years. The remaining dredged sediments will be placed on a nearby marsh using a spray technique new to Georgia known as rainbowing. About 5,000 cubic yards of sediment are scheduled to be pumped into the marsh north of the Jekyll Island Airport from April 20th to April 25th. This area of marsh has a lower elevation, which makes it susceptible to saltwater inundation as sea level rises. The sediment will be sprayed onto the marsh into a 5-acre area in a thin layer surrounded by coconut fiber containment logs. The goal of spraying dredged sediments into this area is to raise the elevation 1 to 2 inches in some places and up to a foot in others, allowing new marsh grass to grow atop it at higher elevations. Another 5-acre location to the north will act as a control area for the project. Scientists from Georgia Southern University and the University of South Carolina will monitor the placement and control areas for a 2-year period to see how the thin layer placement of sediments affected the marsh. The Corps has had previous successes with thin layer placement in New Jersey, Maryland, and Louisiana. These techniques are part of a beneficial use of sediments pilot project and have never been performed in Georgia. The primary goal of the project partners is to proactively explore whether these techniques can be used in the future to build a more resilient Georgia coast. The Jekyll Island Authority and the Nature Conservancy purchased an elevated monitoring camera system to provide imagery of the project as it progresses. For more information, call CRD at 912-262-3140.